We're rewatching the first season because of this show that we found last year that we love, and because they dropped a second season, and I think it would be dope to talk about that with you too, just because of the nature of it. It's really creative and more artistically driven, but it's on Hulu and it's called Woke, and it's following the story of this 30 or 40 something year old Black man, but who essentially grew up not quite being the Uncle Tom, but being the Black guy who like never had any true like Black experiences, like being discriminated against or anything of that nature. It just didn't happen to him. And he's a comic artist. So he's just kind of like, I exist in these spaces and, it's chill. And then within the first episode, he gets, second episode, he gets assaulted by the police, and hence the title of the show, he gets woke. And they joke about how, oh, your third eye, your shit just popped open. And so the whole show is following the story of this Black man who thought he was just, a regular human being, was just existing neutral, and that, all his other friends and people who were just like, you don't understand Black culture, Black issues. And he was like, no, I'm Black. I just don't think everything has to be political. And then suddenly everything in his life becomes political, and he's like seeing everywhere, like, oh my God, it's everywhere. So it's following his story and his two housemates, a white hippie dude who like does all kinds of drugs, and then a Black friend who's like, they made him be your standard stereotypical like Black friend, big ass beard, bald head, sneakerhead. So it follows them on their journey of being with the goes through becoming woke from that experience. And I think it would be dope to chop it up with you about that show too, because there's a lot that gets unpacked there. And they open it by saying this is a singular experience. This is a singular experience experienced by many people. And then that's how they roll into the show. And it's like, oh, I get it. It's the Black experience.
Yep. It's dope.
I want to see it. I want to see it. I see it's my guy from New Girl is in it. The Black dude. He was in the show called New Girl. I used to watch. Comedian.
I think I've seen New Girl before.
Comedic actor. I want to check it out. Yeah.
But yeah, and they have a whole
from SNL.
Yeah, and they have a whole bunch of other Black comedians that chime in throughout the show, but in very unique and very creative ways. They bring in, because like Cedric the Entertainer, and what was the other
JB Smooth.
JB
Smooth plays it.
Yeah, so it's just dope.
Yeah. He's an
I was trying not to tell him how some of these things pop up, just so his head could be fucked up.
All right.
Okay.
And you know what? Since we just named the show, this week, maybe we change up or think about how a format for it. It's called Zo Pitchfork Watchlist, right?
Yeah, watch.
Maybe we treat it more like a watch list, and we talk about a couple of shows at the same time, because we started watching Servant. We got through season 1 of Servant.
Mm-hmm.
We never, this can't be one side. We can't just have you watching the shows we talk about. So we jumped into Servant. We went all the way through season 1. We're a couple episodes into season 2 now, right?
Yeah.
That shit is.
I'm down to talk about. That's my show, man. I'm down.
That joint is wild, yo.
Yeah, we love it. And
it's definitely cinematic greatness. It's cinematic greatness. It's also a mind fuck. It's definitely a thriller, borderline horror. I'm just like, yo, what is going on in this joint? I have to admit, I know Leandra Pave, but I did not like her season 1. I was like, what is she doing? What is this? It's a problem. Someone come get her. She needs to go. This is not the business. I'm still concerned about the wife. She got several screws loose and she needs a straight jacket. I don't know.
Everybody got a little something.
Yeah.
Don't they?
That show is crazy, man. I'm in love, man. Thank you for putting us on to that show, man. For real.
Because I have my thoughts on it. Like, I don't know, like...
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to talk about it too soon, but it's like, I don't know, like, if she's crazy, if they're all in a dream, like, it's real.
Yo, I've had that. Yeah, I can't wait for us to catch up to you. So how many seasons are there? Because you're all caught up, right? You're current, right?
Yeah, I'm on, season 3.
Season 3?
Yeah.
So after we finish season 2, I think we want to come back and have a full conversation with you then. Oh, season 3 is not out yet, right? Or did that already come out?
Yeah, I'm finished. Yeah, I'm yeah, finished. Season 3
4 is
just
next?
ended.
Okay.
Yeah.
This way we don't have you talking too much about it before we get to see all the dope shit. We'll catch up to you and then we'll have a full talk.
I just think it's beautiful. Like when I saw it, I thought of y'all. I thought
Yeah,
y'all
no,
would just appreciate the scenery, like the
yeah,
way they and
the
it's
set
all in like
all of
yeah.
it. It's gorgeous.
You turned us on to like you were saying, the scenery. You were telling me when we spoke, you just mentioned something earlier this morning about the M. Night Shyamalan, the extras or something. What was that you were
The
saying?
extras. You need to check out the one called Perspectives for the Servant. It's an extra. I think it's only 7 minutes, but you're gonna love it, like because it gets you into his mind, like his approach, and that's the beauty of it. It's like it's real. He curates every shot.
You talking about M. Night
It's
Shyamalan,
like
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like it's a serious thing, man. The image is serious, and I like that.
Yeah.
When you told me about, because you've been telling me about this show for months, and when you first told me about it, I remember you telling me about the camera angles and perspectives and all that, because you knew that we were into that. And that's the first thing I noticed in the first few shots. I was just watching the camera angles, and we talked about it because they even replayed a scene, right? No, they didn't replay. We actually rewatched episode 1. But like the scenes, the first scene with Leanne coming into the house where they show their feet walking into the crib,
like very specific shots that you wouldn't typically think to see, but it gave you the perspective of like when you meet someone for the first time, it's like, what are you taking in? Like, what do their shoes look like? What are her hands doing? What's in the suitcase? Like they gave us very specific shots that definitely lead thought patterns. I feel like when you first meet anyone or you go into anyone's house, it's like, what are they coming in with? Okay, her shoes, what were her hands doing? What's her face look like? And they gave us all those different kinds of shots, and not in sequential order, just kind of like how the natural mind works. Like you notice someone's eyebrows, or then their hair, then their shoes, then what dress was she wearing, what's in the suitcase, and especially how they flash back later as the husband and the wife's brother are talking about like maybe she brought the baby in the suitcase and stuff like that, and it brings you back to like, oh yeah, when she showed up, they did show us the shot of the suitcase in her hand and standing there in the rain, and how she coming in here to live and she only got one bag, See
why I want her on this stuff, man. She gets my mind thinking in such different ways. Like I don't think like this, so I don't break stuff down like this until she says it. Then I go back and rewatch, and that's
just from growing up in artsy fartsy family. Like that's literally all that is. And then being a theater kid in my youth, that's just what that comes from, is we had to learn all those different things.
That's so amazing to me,
it just sticks with me, so I appreciate all of it.
I do too.
Yeah
Appreciating sci-fi, like to me this is just sci-fi on steroids.
There was another shot too that stood out to me. Remember the one I was like, damn, this shot is crazy, because it was the husband sitting at the table. Yep, the husband was sitting at the table, and the shot was really looked like the wine glasses, maybe even the bottle of the wine. And the wife was the one talking, but she was blurred in the background of the frame, walking through the kitchen and coming back in, and there was just a still shot of the wine glasses.
Like before Leanne came down to meet them, and she was just like, I don't know, don't ruin this. And he's just like, fam, can you stop? Like she's paid to be here. Like
So episode 1, it was telling me everything that you told me. When you told me it was about shots, I was watching for that. And within the first 5 minutes of episode 1, I was in overload. So
it's the shots for me. It's the shots, and then it's the way that he stretches things out. Like that's what I like, how you can make me watch something, and I didn't get much as far as information, but I was entertained and I was involved the whole time. Like that's what I get. It's like, it's crazy. Like I love the way Leanne dresses. Like what? Like it's not even nothing. It's nothing sexy. It's not. I make it sexy. I make it sexy, yo. Like it's how everything is put together. I really appreciate it.
It's very appreciate it. It's very pleasing. I was also messed up with Leanne at first, especially in season 1, because it seemed like she was trying to model herself after the wife. I was like, hold on now, what's going on? Like when she was putting on her clothes, her shoes, and then the episode where she put on her lipstick, I was like, but I was like, but
season 2, you're gonna see a growth. You're gonna see
we're already seeing it already, but it was just interesting seeing her trying to figure out how to, you know, be a woman and do what she wanted and get what she wants. It was cringe, but yeah, now that we're in season 2,
why, but now we're starting to understand why she was doing that now, as we're starting to understand what kind of background she came up being raised by that who she called her aunt and uncle, whatever. So, yeah, that's more good thinking, because the way she also seduced the brother, didn't she try to seduce him in the same way that the wife tried to seduce the husband?
Yeah, she watched in the cut as how the wife came on to the husband and, you know, was filling up on him, and, you know, the crotch grab, and then she went and tried to do it to the wife's brother, and then she tried to put tried to do it to Julian, and then she tried to put the paws on his assistant, his Susha.
The kid from Spider-Man.
Yeah, the kid from Spider-Man.
He plays Flash Thompson in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So
Toby.
So I was like, wow. So it was just interesting watching her build up to that, then to actually having sex with the brother and him being like, oh no.
Y'all got to that part. Okay, yeah.
I was like, yo, this man OD. This man tried to kill himself. He was like, can't do it, won't do it, gotta go.
And the way he was slamming that, I was like, oh yeah, this episode is about an OD. There's an OD coming from this dude, because he was slamming that coat. That shit was funny as hell, man.
Oh, that's the one I put in my video when he was.
A word?
Yeah, he smoking it up.
Which one was this, in the Leanne joint?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Now I gotta rewatch it again. Well, shit, that'll be at the end of this episode. We use the Leanne Rhymes joint in this episode as the end song.
Leanne Grayson, man, get it right.
Yeah, why'd I say that? Who's Leanne? Leanne Rhymes is a country singer.
The singer, yeah.
Yeah. Damn. But yeah, man.
And one other thing, I want y'all to pay attention, because I'm ready to talk about the wine. You know, the husband Sean in Servant, he's very particular about the wine. I don't know if you saw the guest. It's gonna be an episode coming, but what I think the wine and the color red, I'm trying to figure out what that means, because it seems to be. It's something to that wine, man.
Given that I have a theory, given that the cult thing is very much related to church, in church, the wine represents the blood of Christ. So that would be interesting, especially since he was the main one who was just like, we're not religious and I don't want that stuff coming into our home. So I think it's going to be something interesting that might, I don't know.
And they're taking you more and more into that wine cellar. Like his conversation with the quote unquote uncle was in that wine cellar around all the blood of Christ. And that's where he started to have his change, or his change of heart, and started to kind of believe in the uncle. Remember they even prayed down there? Wow.
And Julie was like, snitched on him. He was like, yeah, he prayed. He let him pressure him into praying.
They're doing a whole lot of stuff in that wine cellar. Like they're really.
And then the fact that the uncle got killed. Well, not got killed, but got run over. I was like, yo, what is happening?
Y'all got me thinking now, yo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch some more season 2. Like I gotta rewatch some of it myself, but we're definitely gearing up to be able to have a full conversation.
Because I was definitely thinking about, like, when you mentioned the red wine, I had definitely been brewing on that. I was like, it's something to it, because every time he tries something that's not, he's like, no, pours it out and brings out a red bottle. So yeah, I definitely feel like there has to be
the red wine and her tomato soup. I know they say that's what she just.
I immediately thought that about the tomato soup, especially when I was like, she on some weird stuff. I was like, I feel like that represents some kind of blood. I feel like it's somehow ritualistic. Why is it only just this plain Campbell's red soup, tomato soup? I need to know. This is somewhere here, fam. I don't know, Leanne. I don't know.
She gonna bring it back. Don't worry, she gonna bring it back.
Interesting, man. I'm excited. And then, like what you said, she became more attractive as season 1 progressed. Like she started out very homely, and it's like, okay.
I have to say this because I'm that type. I'm the type. I believe the director. You have to have a certain feeling about everybody that you film, almost. And I feel like. I've watched it. It's not that she's not just gorgeous. It's I'm the character got me, yo. It's like I'm for this character, man. My heart is there. I don't know, man, and I feel you. It's like the appeal grew. It's not even an aesthetic. It's something else. I don't know.
The director has been like slowly, but like telling you like, oh, she's kind of a woman and she's kind of attractive. She's kind of sensual. So you can look at her this way too. Like how he started off by showing her in that nightgown with the silhouette of her body in the nightgown. He starts to give you little bits of hints.
But she was praying.
Yep. So he started
the
husband's
and
not
also,
attracted
and
to
I told him he didn't think the husband was gonna be on that type time. And I was like, no, he wants to fuck, he wants to poke. And he was like, nah. And I was like, he admitted it in the bathroom. And then when he said it in the bathroom and the wife was like, you're just mad that you don't have something that you could fuck behind my back. I was like, I told you. I knew it. I was
trying to go with guy code. It was guy code.
I knew it. I knew that's what type time he was on. From the moment she walked in and all the commentary he was making about, I thought she'd be older. I was like, he was hoping to be fucking and ducking something behind closed doors.
I think I was having a guy code flashback. I'm sorry.
It's a guy code flashback.
Because he was so resistant to it. He was like, no, he's not. That's not what it's about. He just wants something to look at. I was like, yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, you got me on that one. You're right. Apologies.
And when Julian came in and was like, oh, you put a camera in? Have you seen her naked yet? I was like, that's all either of them cared about.
Julian is so grimy.
Yo, he dirty.
Sean, I do feel like Sean wasn't, I don't think Sean was like on that at first. Like, I think going by the door, like that did like,
that's
that just, up. It opened his mind. He wasn't even there, I don't think, until then. Like, I don't,
See, I feel better now.
You're outnumbered.
I'm getting side-eyed over here.
I'm not outnumbered. I may be outnumbered, but I don't think I'm wrong.
She stands by it. I'm not gonna argue with you about it. Yep, that was.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
Yep. That's funny as hell though. Yep. All right, we y'all ready to get some food?
Yeah.
All right, bro. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate, man.
I appreciate y'all. Yeah. Y'all have a good one, man.
Yeah, Kareem, you want to close it out, man? I know you do dope intros and shit. You want to do give a dope outro?
Man,
chop up.
Yeah, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Zo and Pitchfork, Yani in the building, Zen in the building, and we just appreciate y'all. Zo and Pitchfork.com, DragonsPitchfork.com. Just hit all the links. Subscribe.
GRYSKLL.com, GRYSKLL.com. Grab some merch to help support the mission. We can use every bit of assistance we can so we can keep building this up and doing more and more of these things for y'all, man. And with y'all eventually too, which is the goal.
Support. Yeah.
All right, Chief. Peace.
All right. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Leanne Grayson, Beatrix Kiddo, Dee Dee McCall, Charlene Yee, Yvette Lee, Regina Hall, Mary Cooper, Ahsoka, Wendy Bird. Cosplay, role play, what are words? When you're fully aware, they don't like it, they stare. That's the trade-off, and it ain't fair. Acknowledgement doesn't mean they care. Using stencils to decorate, no skill there. I can take whatever you give, turn it into nourishment, the legacy live. I've been strong-minded since I was a kid, and changing styles. My first notebook, I called it a wig. Leanne Grayson, Beatrix Kiddo, Dee Dee McCall, Charlene Yee, Yvette Lee, Regina Hall, Mary Cooper, Ahsoka, Wendy Bird. Cosplay, role play, what are words?